Alright, welcome to 1.8.9. So, we got endermites in this version, which means we can make an enderman farm. So, probably wondering, why are you in the mine? Well, because in order to make the enderman farm we're going to build, it's going to take a lot of cobblestone. So, a couple of important changes. So, anvils now, the cost of repairing items is significantly less. So now, our bow, we could combine the ones where we couldn't before. So now we have Punch 2, Power 5, and Breaking 3, Infinity 1. Pretty good. Then we have our perfect pickaxe, the Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 5, Fortune 3. And then this is just our sword we had before. And then our fishing rod with Lure 3, Luck of the Sea 3, and Breaking 3 that we were now able to combine. So, given that the cost to repair is lower, we can now basically create really good armor. So that's why we're building the Enderman farm first, and we're going to need that gear for the Elder Guardian fight, which hopefully goes over well. I really don't want to die to it, especially underwater like that. So it's important that we get pretty good gear before we take that on. Alright, got a decent amount of cobblestone here. Not sure how much I'm actually going to need. I might head back for supplies later, who knows. We're just going to go to the end. One thing I forgot to mention is that enchanting now has lapis, which means you only use 3 levels. So when we get to level 30, we don't actually consume all of our levels when we're enchanting something, which is really nice because previously we spent a lot of time trying to get to level 30, and that sucks. So now we can officially sort of spam it, and it doesn't feel as costly to get to level 30. Another thing I might do to get to the end, since the end is in this direction, we also mined 3,000 blocks underground in that direction. So I figured, to make the trek easy, well, let's make a direct path through our underground mine here, all the way to the end portal underground. So the first what I'm going to do is I'm just going to see where we have our portal, because I'll have to kind of find it again, just to remember. And then we'll try to sort of align ourselves underground and then dig towards it. Another cool feature in this update that I really like is the increase to render distance, not just last time, this time. So it went from 16 last time, now we're up to 32. Only problem with running 32 chunks on a version of the game that doesn't run too well is it'll make any computer seem not that great. Now for me, hitting 60 FPS is insulting because I'm an elitist and I must play over or at 144 Hertz. So 32 chunks isn't really my thing, unless I'm running sodium, but we are not doing that right now. So if you kind of take a look around, you can see what I'm saying, and you can see what I mean. So that is very far away where we're loading, but we're going to keep that at like 22. So I'm over here by the portal entrance. And check this out. This was, I think this is either new generation or old. I think it's new generation past that, but you can see where it totally cuts off, even right here too. So just a huge chunk cut out. And then you've got this sheet, which looks pretty cool. So we are at negative 834, 20, negative 453. Okay, so now we're probably just going to make a small trench through the mine we made. We're not going to make it a very large one because that'll cost us a lot of blocks. Just one that's functional enough where you can run through it pretty quickly. So I think the plan is to kind of just haul a lot of the materials we're going to need to build the farm over there. So there's not too much to this that's really that exciting other than the fact that you get a ton of XP when you're done. So I'm probably not going to include too much of the building process. Alright, got it done here. I figured I didn't want to show too much of the process because it was just really boring. It's just building a bunch of cobblestone. But as you can see, I think we've maxed out all of our Endermen here. And I'm already level 30, obviously. So I think what I'm going to do now, I think we're just going to make an enchantment setup. I think I'm going to keep expanding this a little bit, and then I think then we'll be good. But basically, yeah, we don't even need to use a sword. We don't have Sweeping Edge yet, so not bad. Just going to extend this out 2 more, just so we can get some more room in here. And obviously we're going to make the roof slabs, just so nothing spawns. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. This way we have room to make an enchantment setup, and I'm going to need a ton of chests in here because I know later on it's just going to get full of ender pearls and used books, probably level 1, enchanted books, just to change up the enchantments, And I like having the security of an enclosed area. It's kind of an anxiety of being near the edge that can really mess with your head. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I would like to not stress out. I think I'm going to have to head back and get some more wood, but for right now, let's get our enchantment set up. I believe this works. 28. Okay, maybe we gotta go. Oh, maybe not. No, we get level 30. And it's 30 every time, right? Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, cool. Nice. So we got our enchantment set up. Then we also want our anvils, and I'm just gonna just do that. And throw this extra one in here. Because usually when I make these Enderman farms, I usually make the smaller one where you can watch the Enderman run at you. This one I believe is a bit faster than that, so it's going to be a lot better. So the plan now is to make some armor that's hopefully pretty good, something around the protection 4 and breaking 3 kind of area, and then probably make a perfect sword, a perfect pickaxe, just try to get perfect everything, probably go fight the Elder Guardian, and then we'll see about what we're going to do after that. One thing to mention when you're building a farm like this, I think in this version, Endermites and Endermen behave a slightly differently. So if you are nearby your Endermite that you have in a minecart to bait the Enderman out, if you're nearby, they won't run at the Endermite. You need to leave before they chase it. So if you're ever confused and it's like, oh, why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? Make sure you leave the area first, far enough away. That way you can see them coming down. And if you're at the bottom here, you'll be far enough away. So just in case you get confused. Whoa. Oh, okay. This is really cool. So before oak became a thing in like early releases of Minecraft and beta, wooden things were just called wooden slabs. They weren't called oak slabs. So that now doesn't exist anymore. So you have a missing texture, even though you have it in the game. It's exactly the same. I believe there's some slight differences. From what I can tell, I can't see that. But they are technically the same, and this is also classified as a stone slab, which you can see in the little tag at the bottom, which is pretty funny. New feature in the game, I forgot to mention, is that we have Depth Strider now. So hopefully with this enchantment I get something good. Just Depth Strider? Okay. So as of right now I have a nearly perfect helmet, protection 3 instead of protection 4. I'm not too caught up on that. Sword just has unbreaking and sharpness 5 now. So we have 2 pickaxes, one that's silk touch, and then the obvious efficiency and unbreaking, and then our fortune one. Then we have a shovel. It's only efficiency 4, but we don't need efficiency 5, I don't think so. Okay, so I think we've got everything we need here. Helmet's good, same thing as before. Chestplate didn't get blast protection because we ran out of diamonds, so I can't really keep enchanting with no gear, right? So unbreaking 3, thorns 2, protection 4. Then protection 4 and breaking 3 leggings, whatever. I didn't want to get thorns and everything because that's a lot of work. It might take a while trying to get 3 other books of thorns. I don't want to be here forever. So protection 3, feather falling 4, and breaking 3, depth strider 3, boots. I'd say those are probably the best piece we have. Then our sword I showed earlier, same with our pickaxes. The only change now is the axe we have has silk touch, efficiency 4, and smite on it. So I think we've pretty much maxed out. Feels good, feeling powerful. So now I think what we're going to want to do is make some potions, because the Elder Guardian, we're probably going to need water breathing potions because, well, obviously we're underwater. I could make doors and go crazy in the ocean monument, but I think I would like to do it the more legit way, which is still kind of cheesy using potions, right? And golden apples. But I think it would be a little less messy. When you have to stop to place down a door underwater like that, it becomes really annoying. So we still have some strength potions. I'm going to grab these, and then we also have a 45-second regeneration potion, which we can use. And then we also have our golden apples, which we're going to take. So I think on the way to find the Elder Guardian, I'm also going to kill our food on the way there, because there'll probably be new mobs in that area. Also, since we have Silk Touch now, we can make our ender chest and have it be used reliably. So now we can carry this thing around. We already have one here, and I think we're going to put probably a few of our potions in there just because I don't want to carry around too much stuff if I don't have to. The water breathing for 3 minutes, and redstone will enhance that durations from 3 minutes, I think, to 5, maybe? Oh, 8 minutes. Oh my god, okay. So we got 8 minutes per potion. So we have 24 minutes of water breathing. We'll just make another set for fun. I don't think we're gonna go past 24 minutes of water breathing, but we're gonna make some more just in case. Okay, one thing, we're also not taking our horse, just because I don't want to lose it. But I think we will be going out quite far on the nether roof. I think we might go to the same portal we were at before. And I think we might head to the ice spikes we were at before. Just because that was the farthest we had traveled at that point, and it was nearby an ocean. I think we'll be able to load some new chunks from that direction, and we won't really have to travel very far. Alrighty, made it back to our old area here. Just make a boat. Man, it feels good to have like the best gear. I mean, it's not obviously perfect, but it's like, you know, you got protection on breaking and some other stuff. You're good, you know. Oh, this is interesting. I forgot Depth Strider was different. So now you can see how fast I'm swimming. Look at that. That is super fast. If I go underwater here, you'll see what I'm saying. Oh yeah. Okay, so let's go into new chunks here, because we most definitely did not go in the ocean. And what we're going to try to do is find some land nearby the ocean monument we do find. And we're just going to set up a bed and put some stuff over there, like our ender chest. And then if we die, we can just run back really quick and get it. Because I don't want to take the risk of dying, you know, 23,000 blocks away. Not really sure how rare an ocean monument is, but I imagine it's not that crazy. Oh, there we go. Already. Cool. Okay. So we gotta... Oh, there's like no land. Oh, there's some right there. Hold on. So how far away, or how close can we get is the question, right? So this is probably the closest we're gonna get. And I think we'll be fine even if we die. I think if we just craft a boat, we'll be over there in time. So, okay. So, ender chest. Bed. Sleep now. Man, everything's aligning. It's nighttime when we got to this island. Everything's great. So, that means we're probably going to die. Now, the problem was we were going to get food on the way here, and we kind of didn't do that. This is probably the most weird thought I've ever had, but can you milk a squid? Okay, no. I don't know why I thought you could do that. I feel like you can do that, but maybe that's something I thought you could do in like a weird like melatonin dream. I don't know. You know, I might just run over to some land over here and just see if there's any cows or any pigs or something. Okay, if there's none here, we're gonna go to this one, and I believe there's none, so we're gonna head over here. Oh, another monument. Wow, this is actually pretty common. Huh. Okay, now I'm sure there's cows over here, and obviously there's this snow biome, but I don't think many mobs spawn there. Okay, sheep. So that's good news for us, because mutton is now in the game. So I think we can work with that. Also bunnies. Why aren't you freaking out? You don't have an AI? What's what's going on? Alright. Cool. Oh. I didn't realize bunnies were like that in this update. I forgot there was even bunnies in this update. What the heck even are you guys? Because I think they changed the texture in the future, right? Not just like different like colors like this, but like the actual... Yeah, that doesn't look... Huh. Weird. I never remembered that. Okay, let's get you. Not many animals though. We might go over to that big island. I wouldn't even call it an island, I would just call it land, just to see what's up. So hopefully 3 milk buckets is enough as well. I think the plan is to drink one, break in, then drink another if we need to break again and then drink the last one after we've got the Elder Guardian. That way we can kind of skip the timer, and that way we can grab all the sponges in there, as well as the gold, because the gold is annoying to mine. I would like to make a gold farm, but not right now. And making golden carrots is very expensive because we're always low on gold because of that. Oh, more ice spike, huh? Yeah, I'm actually wondering, maybe we're in the same spot we were before, and we did like a crazy loop. Although I don't recognize this. Nah, this isn't it. Well, at least there's a forest here. I think we can just head in over there. Pigs, there we go. Piglantis, let's do this. What are we at? 35 already? Oh my god. Never really have enough sometimes, honestly. It's really easy to run through food. You know, I just looked up what update and mending is in, and apparently it's also in 1.9. So you might need to get that next episode. Also, bows in 1.9, mending and infinity are not mutually exclusive in that update, meaning we're going to be able to get a mending and infinity bow. Probably going to make 2 of those, honestly, just to be sure. If we lose one, you got to make sure you still have it. So, only problem with mending in next update is that we're not going to be able to buy it from anyone, and I don't believe you can get it from an enchantment table. So we're probably going to have to fish for it, or we will be able to find it on items in the end, which is probably pretty likely. I just realized we never got any cows for milk. Hold on. One sec. Okay, I don't need the wool. That's about 5. I think we're good there. So now I have to remember, where does the Elder Guardian spawn? So I forgot that there's 3 of them, so that's really helpful. What we're gonna do immediately is go right in the middle, because I'm pretty sure there's one right in the center. So yep, there we go. Okay, now potion and milk bucket, pickaxe, flawless. Wow. Wow. Okay. So right now we're going to get the sponges because we can always get prismarine later. And then we're going to go down and... Oh, you know what I forgot? The milk bucket takes away our water breathing, so that was super smart. I think right now, since we're already inside, I think we'll be able to traverse. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about breaking anymore. So we can kind of just go around. And there we go. Here's number 2. Armor's still good. Dude, this might be world record pace right now. I don't even... And then we go up, and then... Ah, there we go. Wow, this is, I mean, this is just record time. This is amazing. Okay, so, milk bucket again, because I'm pretty sure there's only 3, right? We'll take a gamble. Let's do that. Get another breathing potion. I mean, we have respiration, so we have breathing room. So I think the plan now is to find every single one of the sponge rooms and just kind of get those. So that was way easier than I thought it would be. I always remember this being a total nightmare. But I guess not. I mean, we also have really good gear and like multiple potions and stuff. Oh, also, forgot our gold here. Ouch. How many is that? 8? Nice. Okay, I'm not seeing any sponge room. I'm fairly certain that that's a thing. Okay, there might not be a sponge room in this update. Funny thing is we did get sponges. Okay, so it is generating in this version, so I guess we're just unlucky. Nice thing about monuments is that they never really get obstructed when generating, so if we're getting scammed, we'll know for sure. Okay, I think I can 100% confirm that there is no sponges in here. I think we're gonna head out. Well, you know what? We still have we don't even need the water breathing potions at this point because our respiration and just putting a torch on the wall is just so effective. I think we can just head to the other ocean monument we saw earlier. Over there somewhere, I can't remember. We'll just go over there, kill those guardians, and then see if there's any sponges, and maybe we just got unlucky. I'm not totally sure. Alright, let's do this again. Break through. Oh, just in time. Didn't need to spend a milk there. Nice. Let's get the guardians first, obviously. Okay, there is sponges in this one. Nice. Okay, so we just got unlucky. That was all. Here we go. Here's number 2. There we go. Not really sure where the third one is here. Okay, well, we've got 3 milk buckets, so I'm just going to drink one and then see if we get the effect again. See if we get mining fatigue. Because if not, we'll know that there's not a... Okay, there is a third one. Huh. Oh, here he is. Just in a little corner back here. There we go. Okay, now we can drink the milk bucket. And we can get our sponges. Okay, well here's our gold little room here. So let's just get this really quick. Okay, nice. Gone down here. And then, yeah, right there. Okay. So weird how you can never actually craft a sponge. 33 sponges. I think we're good there. Okay, so we got 36 sponges, 16 gold blocks. Don't need the water breathing potion. And I think we're just going to mark the coordinates here because we're probably going to come back and make a guardian farm. I think we're going to head back. You know, I'll never understand why they ever added the ocean monument in 1.8.9 and not in 1.14. Because it seems really out of place to just throw that in there. And then they're like, hey, we're going to make an entire update around the ocean and not include this in it because we already put it in the game. It's really weird. You know what? I'm going to say it. We're going caving again because I'm out of diamonds and I'm an addict. Okay? I'm fiending right now. Actually, no. Reason for getting more diamonds is because we're probably going to enchant again next episode, which is like... Wow, that's loud. Hold on. Which is kind of crazy, but mending is going to be in the game. So we might need to make new armor, but the reason why I'm not totally concerned with that is because when we go end busting, we're probably going to get way more diamond gear with a ton of stuff on it. So we're not going to really have to worry about enchanting a ton, just a little bit, and we're going to need diamonds for that. So you're coming with me. I'm not sure where we want to go. I'd like to be in new chunks. So I think we'll go on the roof and we'll go mining in that snow area, the ice spikes we were just at. Okay, I'm just going to leave our horse on the roof. If we do need to go to multiple caves, it's kind of obnoxious to like build like a little like surrounding for it. I don't think it really matters, but I don't think we're going to need to get around very quickly. So we're just going to leave Shadow Me right here. Don't die. I know it's hot, but look, AC is expensive, right? As I'm literally going into a snow biome. Ooh, cave noise? We're going in here. Nope. Okay, never mind. Ooh, some potential here. You know, I would argue iron is more useful than diamonds. Even though diamonds can be more beneficial like tool-wise, iron is just needed for like everything you have. Like, oh wow, we found a dungeon. Oh my god, are you serious? Oh. Are you kidding me? Are you joking? What is happening? Okay, you guys are being mean. Like, do you not this is a double skeleton spawner. With a lot of discs and another name tag, which we need, by the way. Thank you. 6 discs. I don't know if I'm gonna need that, but thanks. Okay, well, we're marking this down. This is even better than the other spawner we found. The other double one. That is just crazy. We are so lucky. You have no idea. I mean, it couldn't be easier. And they're on the same Y level. So all you'd have to do is basically like bring it to a point. Oh, they are almost parallel. If this corner moved over 1 block, oh man, because then you could just have the skeletons going down that water path like this way. And then on this side, they would go this way and they would fall into the exact same hole. And you get double the amount of spawns. Man, I mean, you could still achieve that, I'm pretty sure, but it's just like, wow. Well, there's nothing left for this in this cave, so we're gonna leave. I must have like the craziest luck or something. Like I don't like this kind of stuff happens when I play Borderlands. In Borderlands, there's a gun called the Cobra. It's like 1 in like, I don't know, 12,000, and you just get it from killing a random guy. I have like 4 of those. Like, it's not even... Like, that shouldn't be possible. Okay, so we got some serious potential right there. We're in the zone now. Oh my god, what is this cave? Look at that. Wow. I feel like I'm in Moria right now. This is crazy. What the heck? Okay, that's a spawner. I thought that was a double spawner. It is... Is this an abnormally large one? Or am I just like... No, it's just open like that. I was like, why is it so weird? Wow, you know, surprisingly no diamonds in either of these ravines here. The reason I want to get even more iron here is because we're going to need... Well, I'm going to want to make another beacon in the future for mining. Because now that we have a silk touch pickaxe, we're probably going to be able to get like a ton of stone, and that'll really help to give us a lot of blocks to build with. Okay, chest. Nope. That is probably one of the worst chests I've ever seen. That's in the top 3 bad chests. Okay, so I think we've exhausted this cave and we haven't found a single diamond. That is crazy. So heading over here, this one looks promising, but I realized we got to another ice spikes over here, which is... Ours is just over there, and I walked and we're over here, so... That's cool too. This is either a total dead end. Oh, it looks like a dead end, but like, it isn't. Oh. Alright, I think we've achieved cave. Oh yeah. Here we go. 1. Okay. 3. 1. Alright. Not bad. Okay, here we go. He also got a surprise attack. This guy thinks he's smart. Oh no, he's just dancing. Alright. 4. 1. 2. 2. 2, I think. You know, we might be finding less diamonds, but we're finding way more gold. Whew, man, there is not a lot of stuff down here. I've been just scouring this place, and there's a lot of cave. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I've found like I haven't found like anything since those patch of diamonds we found earlier. I think I've almost covered 100% of this. You know what? I might try our luck at a older generation, which sounds kind of weird, but I think the spawn rate for diamonds was much higher, because if you remember the last time we went mining, it was like, I mean, it was just dumb. Like, you'd mine 1 ore, and then you'd turn left and there'd be more diamond, and turn right, you know. It was just insane. There's our horse. And you know what? This gives us a good opportunity to put all of our stuff away and go at it again. So we're going to go back home and then just dump all of our stuff, and then we'll go find a new spot. Okay. So we got... Oh boy, our chest is looking bleak. Well, we got a lot of iron, first of all. I don't know. Not bad on the iron. Decent on the gold. And then only 16 diamonds. Not a lot. 24 blocks of coal, which is a decent amount. I don't know how much it is. We just want to make sure our ender chest has a lot more room. That way we can just throw everything in here. And basically, the amount of iron we're going to need is, what is it, 21 stacks of iron if we want to make another beacon, which we don't have to get right now, but it'd be nice to get a lot of that 21 stacks. So instead of traveling really far, we could go to new chunks that are nearby and give that a shot and see if we have some sort of increased diamond rate. So that's kind of what the main point of the mining expedition is for, is just to get more diamonds. So the generation we're going to be going into is sort of the Minecraft 1.0, 1.1 kind of generation, and I'm pretty sure that had a ton of diamonds. So hopefully I'm right. Oh my god. We never loaded chunks over here. That's a savanna. And that's really close. Well, we're obviously not gonna mine there because there's not many diamonds, but that's crazy that there's just a savanna right there, even though we traveled so far to go find new chunks, to find new biomes last episode. Or at least the one before, but still. Huh? What? Why? What? Why is there an ocean monument right here? We obviously loaded this in Minecraft beta, so for some... Hey, well there you go. That's where we can put the Guardian farm. Oh my god. That's 100% a terrain bug or something. That is unbelievable. Oh my god, now I can't mine this. Oh, I'm an idiot. No. Okay. 3, 2, 1. There we go. You know how funny that would be if I mined that with the wrong pickaxe? Oh my god. Okay, so now that we're in a newer area here, we can just go ahead and find a cave. Yep, there's diamonds. Alright. 1. Wow. Alright. A little warm up. That's all it is. See, there's the other one. Alright. 4. Huge. 3. 2. Wow. Really solid. Chest here. Another diamond. Either I place this. Nope. That's a spawner. Alright. Skeleton. Man, we are just way too lucky. So yeah, old stuff in here. You know what? Let's head over to this area over here. Figured we'd just get some distance away because that area seemed pretty bleak. You know what I might do? I might strip mine, but I think I would want to get enough iron to make a beacon and then insta mine for diamonds. But the thing is, we also got to get 3 wither skulls again. So I don't know how worth it that's gonna be. Got a disc. I think that's a weight. Hold on. Yep. Nice. Yes, dude. Wow, we literally got my favorite one. Oh, there we go. Finally. Oh my gosh. Okay. 1. Don't do this to me. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Picking up the pace. Picking up the pace. That was 4. 1. I think that was either 4 or 3. And 3. Wow, that was a lot. Okay, something I'm gonna try is strip mining. Now I know it's a little controversial, but the reason for that is because I remember in Minecraft beta, where we had set up our first house, we had that big strip mine underground. That got me pretty loaded on diamonds, but we didn't have efficiency, so it did take a while then. Now I think it'll be much quicker, so I might give that a shot. Okay, so if you remember the old house, and for some reason our portal's broken, I don't know, but this mine down here got me, I mean, at least a few stacks of diamonds. Now obviously, I'd hope so given how much is mined out here, right? But I believe that now I can do this much quicker because we have our super fast efficiency pickaxes. And I'm also going to use this opportunity to use our silk touch pickaxe in order to get stone as well. So found a cave here. And obviously we got some diamonds. 4. Oh. 5. So we got, and then 1. Nice. There we go. Round 2. 2. 1. 1. 1. Oh my god. 1? Are you kidding? 1? Okay, that's 3. 2. Okay. Okay, so I've only gotten a fair amount of diamonds, the ones that you've seen. I haven't mined any past that. Pickaxe is dying. The other one's got some damage, so I think the plan is to repair them, and then it's not looking like I'm getting that many diamonds. The reason I'm mining down here specifically is because when you mine around lava pools, you tend to find diamonds. Not too lucky in that regard though. So again, probably just going to keep mining. We're at 47, so I'm probably going to get to maybe a stack and then call it there. Okay, so I'm going back to an area we had already been in before, just to find some new cave, just to see if that changes anything. But I managed to get 2 more discs here, so I got blocks and 11. So remember when I spent 7 hours mining through the nether? I mean, I do. But turns out we had a lot of horses nearby, 2,000 blocks away. Yeah, that's a good feeling. At least the area is cool. So there's a lot of weird chunk designs, but if you look at all the mountains around here, basically most of them are unloaded, so they sort of stop at a certain point and become like this weird wall. Okay, it's diamond time. Alright. Starting off with 3. Good. 3 again. 1. 4. 1. And 4. Wow, really good. Found a skeleton spawner here. Got 2 name tags. Sharpness 3, protection 3, which is not bad. And then this is just whatever. Alrighty. What have we got? 2. 1. 2. 3. I think that was also 3. By the way, I've been putting my diamonds in the ender chest, so if you're confused as to why there's nothing in my inventory, that's usually why. Another dungeon here. Fire protection. It's kind of bad, honestly. More name tags, which is good. 3 name tags. Not bad. Figured I'd go strip mining in our mine shaft because I'm getting desperate. I know we're over a stack of diamonds already, but I figured I would just get some bonus ones. So what is that? 6? 1. 4. And 3. Nice. Alrighty, here we go. So what do we got? 14? So 15. So we got 1 there, and then 3. Alrighty. So my theory was right. Digging around lava pools does get you more diamonds. We just got unlucky before. So what is that? 1. 1. Alright. Ooh, 4? I think that was 2. 1. Okay, I think we're good on the diamonds for now. So in 1.8.9 we get a bunch of new features on top of the ones I mentioned before, but some of the smaller ones I didn't mention were the armor stand introduction, and we also get banners. We also get slime blocks, but we're not going to use that. But what I wanted to do is just kind of like add some stuff to our castle here, just to kind of spruce it up a little bit. Well, first of all, let's put away our ores we got. It's probably enough for another beacon, I would say. Then we got 31 more diamonds. Nope, scratch that. Well, we ended up getting almost 2 stacks of diamonds because I have a problem, but you know, it's whatever. 2 more discs, and we don't need these arrows. Okay. Okay, so before I go do the banners and the armor stands, I figured I would also take our jukebox that we have over here, because we're no longer going to be using this mob grinder for XP, so we're not going to need this over here. I think I'm just going to throw down this jukebox somewhere, maybe just right here. We really do have a messy setup. I should probably fix a lot of this. So 7 music discs, that's pretty good. Now I don't know how many armor stands we're going to want. Probably like, let's go 4. Just to see what happens, you know. So, nice thing about having a bunch of old armor we don't use anymore is that we can throw it on an armor stand. Okay, so, like right there, you know, when you walk in, you're just met with guards. I think that makes sense. Maybe even have them in the watchtowers up here. Only thing is, I don't know if you can see them. Because if we place an armor stand, like, up here, it's not going to be easy to see because it can't just stand here and poke through. You're not going to be able to see it. And also can't really be right here because it looks like it's about to jump off. Maybe if we have enough iron later on to spare, we can put them in these rooms. Just as, like, guards in each tower. Another place I think would be good to have some armor stands is over by our farm. Like, I think right up here would be a really good idea. Try right here just to kind of see it. Yeah. I mean, we're not going to use that, but yeah, I think that works. Something like that. Just to have some level of security that does nothing. They're just paid to be here. One thing I do want to do is add the armor statues mod, where basically you can manipulate an armor stand to go into different poses, and it can also equip shields and swords and pickaxes and things like that. The reason I want that is because we can have our guards have swords and sort of stand in a guarded position. That way the armor stands feel more alive. That way when you walk in, it's not just, oh, nice, cool armor, dude. It's like it almost feels like there's something there, and that would be kind of the point. So what I'm gonna do is really quickly get the armor statues data pack if it's for this version, and if not, we'll get it later on. So apparently data packs aren't in the game till 1.13, so we're not going to be able to have the armor statues data pack for a while, but that's okay because we can still get our armor statues where we want them. What we're going to do now is make some banners. So I think we want to make like a black banner. Now the only thing that's a bit of a problem is that we don't have a loom, so we can't make a banner design, at least I don't think so. But ultimately I would like to put it on the castle walls here. Okay, so we got about a stack of ink there. I think we're good. Okay, so we're gonna make a black banner base. First we're gonna need to make 6 black wool. Okay, oh, weird. So I can do the corners. Maybe like this dot in the middle. So I think we're gonna go with that. Just something simple. And I think we want to get it at a good level. We're just gonna have to kind of do trial and error here. Like there maybe? I don't know. Here, let's look. Wow, those banners are actually quite small. It also makes the castle look like there's a face. That's like really cursed, so, you know, I don't know. Something in here will work, I bet. You know what, instead of doing these on the front, let's keep these on the inside, because the outside is too weird to deal with. And there's too much cobblestone to where the banners are proportionally just too small, and so they just look kind of out of place. Like that. Yeah, I like that. Not the best in the world, but it's, you know, you could put it on the front later and figure it out. But for now, I think this is what we want. So only problem now is we need a lot of wool. So what I'm gonna do is go travel a little bit. Here we go. Here's a sheep. Hello. I might just take these sheep through the nether, because if it links correctly, they're gonna be on the roof. Hey guys. Oh, this is good. So this goes right back to our home portal because it was close enough, so we can just push them back in and they're right at our place. So that's actually really helpful. You're in, and you're in. Alright. Come here, sheep. Where's the other one? There we go. So you guys probably just make some more sheep here, and then I might want to move these sheep down later on, but oh right. Only problem is I'm gonna need a 4th sheep to breed with, and at that point we should be good to go. So let me go get that 3rd sheep I didn't grab before. There's that sheep. Hello. Coming with me. Let him in. Let him in. There we go. Okay, so we got about 24 wool, which I think is good. And we're going to use the same thing here. So 4 dots. And I think we want to put the banners down here somewhere. You know, in here like this isn't a bad idea either. This is kind of cool. I think we might just make this entire thing here full of banners. And then try to give the same treatment to our villagers. But I don't think we can do that. Well, yeah, I think we can. Okay, so we got 5 more banners. So we need 3 more. I would say it looks pretty cool. It's not like the craziest thing, but it's alright. Okay, so 3 more. And I think that's the rest we're going to add. I don't think we're going to add any more, just because it might get a little too excessive if we put it in the villager trading hall. Although I do want to see... Like, that's not bad, actually. Maybe we'll just do 1 like that. It looked fine regardless, but it also... This is like a lot of wool and a lot of ink sacs, so... Alright, so last 2 here. I don't think we need to get back here, so I think we're done with that. So it also means we're pretty much done with this entire episode. So next time I'm going to see you in 1.9, and we're probably going to be end busting a whole ton. Get ready. It's going to be a lot, so I will see you later. Ciao.